Okay, my last video on Daredevil Born Again Season 2 for now. Well, unless I can think up of one in the next day or two, this will probably be the last video I make on Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And then I'll have to wait to talk about Daredevil until either Brand New Day, if he's in that. I'll get a little bit of talking about him. And then obviously he's going to be in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, so I'll be able to talk about him a little bit. But there won't be any big videos until obviously Born Again Season 3. But as you can tell by the title, my surprise video is I'm just going to rank all one-take fight sequences from each season of Daredevil. Each season has about one take action scene, and I just thought it would be kind of a cool idea to take all of those fight scenes and rank them. This is my list. You guys won't agree with it, and you guys will have different reasons as to why you have one over the other, but I do have a ranking. So, in last place, I should say before anything, as with most of Daredevil, all of these fights are perfect to me. I don't have a problem with any of them. So even if one is in last place, it's still awesome. But in last place is going to be the one from the first season, the first one-take sequence that started off from Daredevil Season 1, Episode 2. I think it's amazing. And I have specific reasons as to why I like the other ones more. But I do think this one is probably one of the best, most well-made of them all. I think it's a really good scene. And, just seeing Matt, who was beat up and, just destroyed at the beginning of the episode, he comes in here, and he's still injured and everything, and he takes on all these goons that are in this hallway to, save this boy that they have taken. And just there's a door that gets broken, and then when he's fighting all them, and then he throws a microwave at one, and just seeing a bunch of the goons keep getting back up until finally he puts them down, and just seeing Matt continue to fight and fight and fight, even though you can just see he's getting extremely exhausted, and I do think it's a great one. It's just there are reasons why I like the other ones more, and it's just out of them all, it is my least favorite. It's still great, but I'll have reasons as to why I like the other ones more. And the next one is one that people will probably be a little bit mad. It's the one take sequence from the beginning of Daredevil Born Again Episode 1, the fight scene that started off Born Again, and the one that a lot of people don't like because it was it had the fog and everything to kind of hide some of the CGI and everything in it, and I can understand that to some extent. It might not look the greatest, and it might not be as greatly put together as the one from Season 1, but what I like about this one is just obviously it's Daredevil and Bullseye fighting, and that alone is really cool. I just I love both of these characters, and seeing them fight in this one-take sequence is really fun. They're in Josie's bar, which is really cool. Obviously, you've got the ticking time bomb of Foggy slowly dying throughout it, and just that whole thing going on, and how that plays into the scene. Daredevil being in his red suit, I just think is really cool. I just like seeing it being Daredevil. And a reason to me why it's a little bit above the first one is that it just seems a lot more comic booky. And I do like that. Where obviously the first one's really good and it's grounded and everything, but I do like how this one is a bit more comic booky with it. And I do like how Bullseye throughout the fight is just taking anything he can and trying to take out as much people as he can. He's throwing pool balls at people, and then he's taking his knives on them and just taking out people for the love of the game. It's extremely fun to watch. And then just the end of it, where it obviously doesn't end with this, but the last little bit of the ending, obviously Foggy dies, and then Matt and Bullseye have like this little interaction where Matt's like, "Why?" and Bullseye doesn't say anything. He just smiles and pats Matt on the arm, and that leads into Matt throwing him off the roof. Like, it was a really, really good way to start Born Again. And when I first watched it, when it came out, I was just like, jaw dropped. I was just like, what in the heck? But yeah, I know people won't agree with that one, but I kind of like it that much. In third place is gonna be one that some people probably would have like at number 1 or 2. The one take sequence from season 3. This is the one in the prison. This is the longest one by far. You've got Matt, who went into this prison pretending to be Foggy so that he could get information, and then it's when Fisk like figures out who Matt is, and then you just got like a bunch of guards and everything fighting Matt, and he's like slowly trying to take him out, and he was drugged because he got like one of those needles. I can't think of the word. He got a needle like in his hand, and like the drug got like a little bit in, so he's like kind of loopy through it all. And then it isn't even like all fight. Like there's a scene where he gets taken into this room and he has a conversation with some of the prisoners, and he went there to get information from them, and now he's doing that, and then they help get him out and stuff. And it's like a 10-minute sequence which includes action and talking and all that, and it's extremely well done. This is probably like the most well done of all the one take sequences. It's fantastic. Like, I love it. It's like probably the best part of the episode. It's just amazing. But the other two I have above it are above it just because both of them just feel a little bit more comic booky, and I like that. And they both have it where Daredevil's in his suit, and I just like that. And obviously in this one, Matt is a little bit more drugged, as I said, and he's kind of loopy. He's like tired. And obviously, because he had the building dropped on him, he's not doing so good. So I think that also kind of holds it back a little bit, because it's just like, unlike the other like 4 where Matt's at his best. Well, other 3 that he's at his best, I wouldn't say he's at his best in okay. So obviously in the first one from season 1, he is hurt and everything, so he's not at his best there. I guess I would say that the Daredevil Born Again season 1, he's also not at his best, because obviously his best friend's dying, so he's probably not at his best there. And then in this one, he's drugged, he had a building dropped on him and all that, so he's not at his best either. And like, it makes for a good scene just seeing him like take on all these odds, but I think the other 2 I just like a little bit more. So I think that coming in at number 2 is the one from Daredevil season 2. In episode 3, right after Matt gets away from the Punisher, he is in this building, and the Dogs of Hell, which is like this gang, are coming up, and he has the gun taped to his hand, and then he's got the chain taped to his other hand, and so the sequence starts out with him pointing a gun at one of them and kind of holding him hostage, and then he makes sure this guy gets into his apartment and is safe, and then he pulls the trigger and shows, oh look, there's no bullets in it, and he has a smile, and then he starts whooping him, and then this hallway, he uses the chain to take out the lights to bring them down and bring himself up a little bit, like with his senses, and as he's beating them, it transitions into this staircase going down, and he's just beating them, throwing them all around and everything, and like he just keeps going down and down, and he's just beating the load out of all of them. He's just beating the crap out of them. And then once the sequence ends, he like gets out of there, closes the door. He grabbed a like metal pipe and just puts it in the door so that they can't follow him. And I know the sequence ends there, but then the following sequence also is like a nice little fight scene as well, and it kind of it ends with the Punisher getting away and Matt kind of beating these other guys, and like the whole time like he's like ready to go at the beginning, and you just kind of see him getting a little bit more exhausted as the fight goes on. Obviously, he's in his Daredevil suit, which I like seeing because it's cool just seeing a fight scene with the superhero in like his costume. That's one thing I liked about the Born Again one as well. And I just think it's a great one take sequence. It's my favorite from the original three. It's one of my favorites of the show. And yeah. Now, obviously, by deduction, my favorite one-take sequence from the show so far is the newest one, the one from Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 3, the one where Matt takes out a couple of guards at the beginning. He hones in on the guns, and then he hears the hostages in this room, goes in there, starts taking out task force members while getting the hostages out of there, and Swordsman joins in on the fun and is beating them. It's a little bit more brutal. Matt is like beating them. He pulls the thing down and steam's like going everywhere so the task force can't see anything. It's really, really good. Good. Is it a little bit of recency bias? Maybe just a little bit. Maybe I'm putting it a little bit above the season 2 one just because of the recency bias, just by a bit. But I also just love the scene. And obviously it's cool seeing my favorite Daredevil suit in action. And I just thought it was a really, really fun scene. And I do hope that the next season has a really good one-take sequence as well. I'm guessing that the one-take sequence will probably end up being in a prison with Matt, because obviously he's in prison at the end of Born Again Season 2. So I'm guessing that that's probably where that will end up, is in a prison, but I'm excited to see where that is, and I just think that the newest edition in Born Again is probably my favorite one-take sequence so far. I just think that it's really well done. I like Swordsman joining in on the action, and just seeing them take down the task force members is cool as well. Trying to protect these hostages, and like it starting before like a fight starts out. Like it starts with Matt entering a room and taking down 2 guys, and then it just doesn't stop for like 5 or 6 minutes, and it was just really cool. And it's like the first time I watched it, I didn't even realize a one-take sequence had started. I wasn't paying attention to cuts and everything, but then I watched it again. I was like, hold up, it just like that's when the one-take sequence started, and it just kept going, and I was just like, oh, that's really cool. But it's a really great scene, and as of right now, it's my favorite one-take sequence in the show, which the show has been renowned for its one-take sequences. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video. If you have a list of your one-take sequences, what you would rank them, tell me in the comments. I know I have a very different opinion than everyone else. So yeah, I know that people probably would have the Born Again ones a little bit lower. I know that they would have the seasons 1 and 3 higher. But it is my ranking, and I have reasons for why I think each one is a bit better and everything. But tell me your ranking in the comments, and yeah. But as of right now, that is my last video for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I have loved this season. I like making videos about it, and hopefully I can do that for the next season as well. I'm really excited for that season. But yeah, just tell me your ranking in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you liked it. And I will see you soon for the Punisher One Last Kill. So I will see you for that one.